Podcast City Network.
Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Everett Lead Show.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
Woo! Slammin' Thursday edition.
All Elite Wrestling Dynamite!
We are NXT.
With Everett Lee
Damn.
and Lee Chris Rose.
Let's do this.
All right. Welcome to another edition of Thursday Slammin' edition of the Everett Lee Show with Everett Lee and the Chris Rose. How are you doing tonight there, Chris?
I'm doing all right, man. I got NXT playing in the background because I was a little lazy with the wrestling. I've been here for a little while. Watching it was been very rough, and just going through some stuff right now. But I'm getting back on my feet. Today's been a good day. It's been a good day. Ate with the parents, grandparents, and my kids, and man, it was a good day.
Nice.
All a good day.
Nice. I do want to welcome you back this week. I did miss you last week, though, but I want to give a shout-out to David C. Russell, a Deathmatch Russell podcast, for stepping in and filling in for you last week.
Yeah, thank you, David, for doing that, man. I appreciate that. And, yeah, I'm sorry, everybody, for last week. But my mind was not on the podcast. It was on other personal issues, but all is well now. And I'm back, and I'm ready for this week.
Hell yeah, I'm ready for this week, man. There's a lot going on. There's definitely a lot going on. And this week on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about our WWE Royal Rumble 2020 predictions on what to expect, who we think is going to win the Royal Rumble, and much, much more on that match card. Also, we're going to be talking about this week's NXT and AEW on this day in wrestling history. Some interesting stuff happened, man. And also, some more news that I was just informed of today, Chris. I don't know if you heard anything about this, but from a source mentioned about this, and I want to briefly open the show and discuss this with you. You know, last week, the Rocky Johnson, WWE Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson, Soul Man Rocky Johnson, passed away, and he lived to be 75, and Rock put out a thing on his Instagram thanking everyone, for the fans and family, for support, everything through the rough time, everything with the loss of his father. Well, they had the funeral service. I don't know if you heard anything about his services that happened this week.
So supposedly Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson was laughing at the funeral. I saw something briefly on it. I didn't really read much into it. But that's all I really saw.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really what happened there. What I heard about.
Yeah,
that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, there's some stuff that happened at Rocky's funeral. Apparently, it's coming out all over the place. Even wrestlers, even talent that was there to honor the late great Rocky Johnson. And it was a big funeral, and it was a big event, but there was drama. There was drama on it. looking at ringsidenews.com, apparently they reported that Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson upset some of the people at the ceremony. And now it's come out that Rocky's best friend, Al Rosen, is clearing up everything. Basically, during Patterson's speech, he said, quote, goddamn, and, quote, shit. During his speech in the church, McMahon also said that the best thing Rocky Johnson ever did was, quote, marry Ada, and have The Rock as a son.
Oh, God. You don't say that, Vince.
No. Oh, my God. I know. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Al Rosen called in.
Hey, could you just imagine how he said it? I mean, geez. Goddamn, pal. The greatest thing you ever did was marry Ada and create The Rock.
I know.
Sorry, I had to do that.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
What he did.
That's crazy. And Pat Patterson, they from the reports what I read earlier, they had to pull him away off the podium because he just was going on and on. And basically he said that by the time McMahon got up to speak, the service has been going on for about 2 hours, and the audience was about 99% of wrestlers. And he basically, this is what he had to say. Al Rosen said, quote, Vince was short, but he was direct. He said probably that Rocky would have wanted someone to say about him. He was a talented, gifted worker, and the best thing that he ever did, which he admitted to me hundreds of times, was marrying Ada and having a baby named Dwayne. He often spoke of his other two kids. He would say, I want to be remembered as a father, a husband, and a friend, and a worker. Did Pat use cruel language? Like if you and I were talking, I said, goddamn to you, wouldn't think anything of it. He says Rocky did his goddamn, and yes, we did that shit. But you know, the preacher and the assistant preacher, people saying that he got pulled off stage, no, that's not how the stories get started. They turned the mic off. The guy sitting behind us turned the mic off, and Pat said another sentence and walked off. No MFs or anything that was ever disrespected. Yes. We got some activity in the chat. Yes. Rip Rocky Johnson. Yes. That's just crazy, is it not? You know? I mean, apparently they said
best wishes to the family. I hope all is well with them. It is crazy, man. How some WWE funerals are for them to act like that there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because reports earlier were saying that Vince was drunk and Pat Patterson, he had to be pulled off stage and everything. I did hear about the mic getting cut off, but apparently we got someone setting the record straight. You know how stuff gets said. It just goes like wildfire and stuff. I mean, even Davey Boy Smith's son was there, and he was reporting about how Vince was behaving. Yeah, it's just crazy. Apparently, they said that Vince probably had
Drinking a little bit of the bubbly
before he got up there. I mean, damn, I mean,
yeah. I mean,
what else do you say?
I mean,
it's just it's crazy how one story gets out of hand and everything and stuff. But there's some other sources that reached out to me yesterday, which I was not able to get back to comment on the situation, because someone that I know of, a person that knows a person, was there, and I didn't get to call them back after they called me yesterday and I wasn't able to find out anymore. But it is crazy how much stuff gets spread around here on the rumor mills, ain't it, Chris?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, the dirt sheets and spread a lot of stuff that's not true, and yeah, crazy.
It is. It is freaking crazy how that stuff gets started and it happens so. But I wanted to mention that and say to The Rock, you ever listen to this? Sorry for your loss. Your father, Soul Man Rocky Johnson, Tony Atlas broke barriers, is becoming the first African American tag team champions, and he had a great run. Great wrestling career, and of course he was very proud because when I met Rocky here at the Daytona Beach Comic Book Convention not too long ago, Chris, and he was showing me the pictures he had, and I picked out one, and he autographed it for me, and he said, "There's my son. There's my son right there." And I said, "You're proud of him, aren't you?" He said, "Yeah, he's very proud of his. Yeah, he was proud of his son, man. He was. I mean, who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be proud?" And I did ask him. I said, "You and Tony Atlas won the tag team championships. How did that feel?" And he said to me, "It was the greatest feeling in his life." Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, true legend. Him and Tony Atlas. That's what my dad remembers. One of the first teams he ever told me that he remembered. They was big at that time. Yeah. Rock, sorry for your loss, man. Yeah, true legend. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was shocked by it. Shocked, that all this had to be reported and it had to come out, but, I wanted to discuss that with you right here tonight before we start rolling into things. And one of the things I want to start rolling into talking about is this week's AEW. Apparently, it was taped, and they're on the Jericho cruise this week. Yeah. What do you think about that, man? What do you think about that?
It felt like late, 97, 98 Nitro at Panama City when it was outside. That's what this show felt like. It looked like a WCW produced show. It looked awesome, man. The whole scenery with the lights, the stage lights everywhere. It looked really throwback and very classic, man, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Really good show.
Yeah. Would you want to be on that ship, man? Wouldn't you want to be on that cruise right there? That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Man, I'm next year. It's in February, and man, I'm gonna have to go to that sometime. I mean, definitely a bucket list.
Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list. You imagine Everett Lee and the Chris Rose on the same ship on an event like that. Can you imagine that, man? Both of us on there. That would be awesome. It would be. We'd sit back and chill at Jericho and have a
drinking a little bit of the bubbly.
That's basically it. It'd be basically it. Maybe you see Ric Flair on there running by. He may be running around the deck just. Woo! But when the ship's when the ship's about to set sail, of course you can't forget this guy.
I'm coming!
Can't forget Otis. Just joking. Yeah. But the opening match.
Otis. I mean, yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say Otis is the kind of guy you'd like to party with.
Oh God, yeah, you would. You definitely would. Definitely would.
I'd have to throw that in there, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get to the. You know, it's crazy. SCU's reign came to an end here. I honestly thought that Omega and Paige was going to turn on each other after losing to them after this match. I thought it was going to be one of those crazy endings, and SCU retains, and we get an Omega and Paige feud.
Yeah.
But no, they became the tag team champions that night, and it was a crazy back and forth match. It didn't disappoint, man. I mean, it was good. I always say that Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's definitely not the same, character as in New Japan, but I like what they're doing with Omega Page.
Yeah.
Omega's kind of like being the sober friend, and Paige likes to get drunk.
Yeah.
It was funny on AEW when they did that little bit when Adam Page was hammered, doing a promo on SCU, and then Kenny Omega comes in as the sober guy. Come on, come back here. I mean,
Yeah.
it was funny. I mean, I like these guys as a tag team, and I can't wait to see what they do with the championships.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with the championships. It's amazing they gave as long as SCU. I mean, how long did they've held on to the championship since October? Pretty good run, huh?
Yeah, the first ever champions. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if I have my notebook around, I have that in my notes, so I could get the date. But it's somewhere around here. But SCU had a good run with them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, that's great. You got. Well, hopefully, they're going to give people runs with titles in AEW. I mean, look how long Jericho's had the title already. So, I mean, hopefully they're going to let Omega and Hangman have a really good run with this, because Hangman lost as being the first number one contender to go up, for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship and singles. Why not put him with Kenny Omega? Do some tag team. Kenny Omega gels really good with whoever's with him in the ring, right? Yeah, as a tag partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does. It's neat. I'm interested to see where they go with this. I am so happy that Omega and Paige got the tag titles, and hopefully it'll give them a good run, and maybe they'll do another championship match where they lose the belts, and maybe go into a story to where both these guys are going to go feuding against each other. That can happen in the future, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Britt Baker went up against Priscilla Kelly, and she defeated Priscilla Kelly. After the match, she insulted Tony Schiavone. What the hell is up with Britt Baker now? What are they doing with her?
Well, I mean, here for months now, they've been building Britt Baker as a heel, having her lose, and have her sit in the crowd and watch. I remember when she was in the crowd, and she looked like a really good heel sitting there.
Right.
And they're just going to build this as a new Britt Baker, finally getting a win, and telling Tony Schiavone off and the fans off. And, I mean, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. I mean, as far as the match itself, I really wasn't that interested in it, because the women's division in AEW isn't interesting to me right now.
Yeah.
It's just not like the NXT one.
No.
No.
But
we'll see how this new heel persona for Dr. Britt Baker goes.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to we're definitely going to have to check this out and see where this goes and where this builds with her. The Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, the champion, and Santana and Ortiz go up and defeat the Jurassic Express.
Yeah, man. Really good match. Jungle Boy, man, is going to be a superstar someday if he got more, size on him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that dude is good. I mean, this whole match was good. I loved it. Man, just the whole venue of the whole match, all the matches that night was good just because of the venue, the setting and stuff. It's totally different than WWE.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And, man, it was just a really, really good match. Jericho, proving he is a star, the superstar in AEW. And, man, it was a very back and forth, good match. Inner Circle with the win. Jericho doing what he does. It was awesome.
He's the champion. He's the champion. Of course, he's going to do what he does, man. He's the champion. He's. You don't.
Awesome.
Yeah. You don't want your champion to look weak. And honestly, let me ask you about this. They've not made Jericho look weak, only to cower away during certain moments. But other than that, he's been strong in his matches, has he not?
Yes. Jericho's the best, and he's proven it every week on AEW. And he is the champion. He is the greatest of all time. He is Chris Jericho. He's going to be the champion forever in AEW. He's the youngest AEW world champion.
Mm-hmm. He is. And he's great at what he does. And, just going up against the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, he has a lot to do, and he's going to have a really good future with Luchasaurus, and, just having a guy that size in your corner with you, what could go wrong? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
It is great. MJF went up against Joey Janela, and he defeated him. And MJF, you start to see more and more him wrestle than more promos than what he normally does during the week,
Yeah, man. MJF showing why he's the best heel in the business right now. He's good. What a great promo after the match. Pretty good match, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
MJF, man, he's really good. I'm calling out Cody like that. Dude, I'm ready for that match. I'm ready for Revolution. I'm ready for when Cody faces Wardlow in the steel cage in Atlanta. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
He's laying down a good rivalry right now in AEW. I really enjoy it. I'm ready for the match itself. This is one of the most interesting storylines in AEW right now. It's probably the most interesting one.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. It's interesting right now because this story has taken so many turns and where it goes, and it's amazing. It's just the Cody MJF story. It just where it's been going and where it's going to go, because is Cody going to be able to get his hands on MJF and repay him for what he's done to him? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, MJF, Cody, Revolution, I'm ready for it.
I am too. I'm ready. I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. But after the match, Cody and the Bucks show up, and he was interrupted, by MJF, and MJF taunted Cody there, but not being able to touch him. So what happens? The Young Bucks end up, beating the crap out of MJF on behalf of Cody. Was that not great? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. I mean, I loved all of it. Yeah, they sent him right into the swimming pool. I mean, very WCW like. I mean, Kevin Nash was always the one to go in the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's MJF. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think Kevin Nash is the last person on TNT Wrestling to be in a swimming pool on live TV, and now it's MJF.
Yep. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. I like it. Someone has to go into the swimming pool, man. You got a swimming pool, you got to throw someone in there, man. You definitely do. It's just like you get ready to jump in the swimming pool and just. Shout out to David C. Russell. Hello to yourself, man. He says, hello, Everett Lee and the Chris Rose. So thank you for tuning in tonight here on Slammin Thursday edition of the Everett Lee Show with Everett Lee and the Chris Rose. Top off the match, the card for AEW. You had the number one contenders match, Jon Moxley going up against Pac. And Jon Moxley defeated Pac, and he's coming for Jericho. He's definitely coming for Jericho, but I like how they throw Pac and Moxley in together. They've had some great matches, have they not? And especially with this one here, right?
Yeah, I mean, this one was cool. I like how they told the story with the eye. Mm-hmm. A very back and forth battle. Man, it was a great match, and I'm really glad to see Moxley and Jericho for the AEW World Title at Revolution. I'm ready for that match. It's been a good story. I mean, like when Moxley and Jericho, and Jericho was going to invite him into the inner circle. He put the shirt on, and we thought he was going to join.
Oh,
and then he turned on him. I mean, this is a rivalry, and I'm ready for the match. I'm ready for Moxley and Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Moxley and Pac right here, really good match. I love the finish. Man, it was very back and forth. Loved it. Really good match.
Yeah, Moxley. Do you think Moxley's going to get the title? You think they're going to let him have the title? Do you really think so, or are they going to let Jericho hold on to it for a while? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't see Moxley defeating Chris Jericho.
No,
Jericho is going to defeat him like he's defeated them all.
So
I don't think Moxley will defeat the champion.
You don't think he will?
Oh.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
That's a good point. You believe Jericho is going to hold on to that title for a good run. I agree. I agree with you. Moxley's going to come close. I believe a lot of people are going to come close and try to get close to Jericho and get to that title. Jericho's going to have great matches with great talent, though, but no one's going to be able to take that title from him. And Devin052317 in the chat there on Twitch says Pac can have a hell of a match with anyone for sure. And he can. He can. I agree with that right there. How about you, Chris?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. It was crazy. The eye. It was great. It was good selling of the eye. It looked like it looked really old schoolish, and it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. He can have a good match with anyone, and it was. This week's AEW, what do you give it?
Oh man, I'd say an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good show.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the setting of it. The setting of the whole show was great.
Mm-hmm.
On the cruise ship, different. This is what I enjoyed most about the show, and I like the opening match and the main event. MJF stuff was great as always. Yeah, I enjoyed the show.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to agree with you right there. I'll give it an 8, man. Really great show, and just the setting of that WCW feel. You notice how they got the WCW feel, especially with Bash at the Beach last week, and just it's great. It's great. I love it. I definitely love it. NXT, man. NXT. Comparing AEW and NXT. NXT has solid matches, and AEW has solid matches, but for story and everything, AEW be the show I go to. NXT, they have stories, but solid matches with what they do, especially with the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, what they're doing. They had the semifinal match. You had the Grizzly Young Veterans. They defeated the NXT Tag Team Champions, Undisputed Era, Fish and O'Reilly, because of Imperium caused a distraction during the match, and it gave them the victory to basically go on and win and move on in the semifinals. Did you catch last weekend's NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 2, Chris?
No,
okay.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it. I need to go back and watch it, because some of the stuff that happened, especially what happened at the end of the match, of the pay-per-view. Imperial is in the ring, standing tall. Everyone's cheering. All of a sudden, coming through the crowd went apeshit. You had Undisputed Era come in, and they beat down Imperium. They beat him down. So Imperium came over, and basically they're looking for payback. Walter, man, he was livid. This guy was freaking livid. I don't know what Adam Cole, I don't know what the hell's going through his head. I don't know if this guy was just have a death wish to mess with a guy like Walter, I mean, if you're going to pick a fight, you pick a fight with the biggest guy in the yard, right? And to prove a point. Am I not right about that?
Oh, yeah. Totally. Walter's a big, strong man. I don't know. Adam Cole and versus Walter, that would be a great match.
Mm-hmm. I think this has to do with this Saturday's Worlds Collide. That's going to be on the WWE Network. I don't know if you heard anything about that, but that's going to be happening.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about the Worlds Collide either.
They got some of them up on the network if you ever want to go back and watch. They basically took Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live. They threw them all together, and you got this guy from Raw going up against this guy from NXT, this guy from SmackDown going up against this guy from 205 Live. You know what I mean. You see where it's going. That's the whole thing of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Mm-hmm. I've watched it before. It's pretty good. It's just wrestling, which is great, and they've had some pretty interesting matchups. But this is what that's leading into. But Undisputed Era.
Yeah, I would love to see that match. That would be awesome.
Imperium versus Undisputed Era.
Yeah, and if in the future they'll do a Walter versus Adam Cole match, and Imperium, yeah, it would all be great. Imperium and Undisputed Era.
Hell yeah, it'd be great. It definitely would be great. We'll get to see that this Saturday, so we'll get a taste of it. You get just a little bit of it, man. You'll just get just a little bit of it. And that's where that's going to happen. Yeah. So, Toni Storm defeated Io Shirai by disqualification because Bianca Belair interfered, attacking Storm, and then that caused Rhea Ripley to come out and make the save, but it turned into a four-way brawl. And the segment basically ended with Toni Storm holding the NXT Women's Championship belt to everyone booing her out of the arena. They're like, "Get out of the ring." That's basically what happened there. Toni Storm, what they're building at right here, you're gonna see the NXT UK Women's Championship match number 2, but not the NXT UK Women's Championship involved this time. You're going to have the NXT Championship involved. Do you think Toni Storm can recapture that fire she did when she first won that championship and having a great match with Rhea Ripley again, Chris?
Yeah. Toni Storm is still really, really good. And then, yeah, she can get that magic back. I think she still has, some of that. She was really, really off to a hot start at that time. But I think she'll get back on track and have a good match with anybody in the women's division.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because that first go around they had a really good match, and we'll see what happens here. But apparently people love Rhea. They don't like Toni. They just don't like her. Rhea shows up. It's Toni shows up. Their favorite play to your audience, WWE, and I know they will. They definitely will. They'll listen to the crowd because the fans they know what the fans want, and they give the fans what they want.
Toni Storm as a heel would be great too.
Yeah, it would be great. It would be great, but people like Rhea. They like Rhea, and that's basically what they're doing. Yep.
She's great. She's a great champion. She's a good talent.
She is. I'm so glad she got the NXT Women's Championship. I am so glad that she did. They dub her the Charlotte Flair of the UK.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That match would be a good one-on-one match. Charlotte and yeah, that would be a really good. That's a WrestleMania match.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely a WrestleMania match right there. Finn Balor squashed Jacqueline Wilde, pinning him after the coup de grace in the 1916. Basically, he came in there and he was like, boom, 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 done. That's it. I'm done.
Well, trying to build Finn Balor back up as, the old, the Prince Devitt Balor.
Yeah.
I threw that together. I think.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build his character back up strong and make him look like a strong heel and get him back to, try to get the crowd back behind him again because a lot of people have started to get kind of tired of the same old Finn Balor.
They do.
Ever since he reinvented his came back to NXT, he really didn't reinvent himself, really. I mean, I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I mean, it's just Finn Balor in NXT feels better than seeing him on Raw or SmackDown. That's what I really meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Finn, that's his brand. I mean, he made that brand something. I mean, that's when I first started watching WWE was when Finn Balor had just beat Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship in Japan.
Yeah.
And man, I thought he was the face of that company, and I mean, having him here is great. I mean, because he's already been on the main roster, so he has had I mean, he can throw that in people's face. He's been on the main roster now. He has to come back here, and I like it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like the old Bullet Club Finn Balor when he first started out. Yeah, when he first started out they're going back to that, and I'm wondering where they're going to go next with it. That's basically what I'm wondering where they're going to be going with it next. So it's going to be interesting. It definitely is. Shayna Baszler, she defeated Shortsy. How do you even say her name?
Oh man. I'm on that match yet. Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, Shotzi Blackheart. Okay, you didn't get up to that yet, did you?
I think the match is on right now. I'm watching the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this match right now I'm looking at right now is really good. Shayna Baszler is a good wrestler and technician.
Oh yeah.
I mean, taking her to the mat now, using those wrestling abilities. It's made her a great champion. Well, was a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get back into that title picture.
Yeah.
And I believe she. I don't see her going to Raw or SmackDown. In my opinion, I think she's just NXT made, and I think that's where she's going to stay. But,
yeah. Apparently. No, go ahead.
I was commentating the match. Because you was asking. I was just like, Baszler. But I mean, I'm a big fan of Shayna Baszler. Hopefully she, gets it back one day. And this is the first time I've seen Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, she made a name. She made a name for herself on the Indies. I don't know if you did you ever hear of her before she came to NXT?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, this is the first time I've seen her.
Yeah. Yeah, she made a name for herself in the Indies. She's one of the new last year. It was announced she was one of the new performance. I don't know what you call it. The new talent that was signed to NXT, and I'm still. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now.
I've seen it before. Yeah, I saw. I don't know who she is, but I think I saw it like on my Facebook of her getting signed. So okay,
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, she was one of the new signees that got signed last year, and I'm still waiting for Scarlett to make her debut. And is she gonna use that name, or are they gonna call her something else? That's what I'm waiting for. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I heard that. Yeah, I think I heard that Triple H had a meeting with Killer Cross.
Uh-huh.
Scarlett's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
That she manages, and I think they may wait to debut her with Killer Cross if they can get him to come there.
Yeah, yeah. Because he's not with Impact no more. Because he was still in Impact when she was going through and doing the tryout and everything, and getting signed. He was still over on Impact Wrestling, was he not?
No, I don't think he's anywhere right now.
Nah, he's not.
Nah.
He's not with them right now.
I believe I'm in NXT. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
That'd be a huge sign.
Oh yeah. Huge sign. So that would actually be smart to see. Have her debut with him. That would be neat. How would you feel if they packaged him like another Andrade and Zelina Vega too? How do you?
Yeah, Selena Vega and Andrade have. They're a really good package. I think Scarlett and Killer Cross would be a good package. I think it'll be different than them, but I think it's going to be great. I'm ready to see it. Scarlett Bordeaux is gorgeous and needs to be on TV for them. That would be a game changer.
Yeah.
And Killer Cross is a heck of a wrestler. I've only seen a little bit of him, but when I've seen, man, he's good. And that whole deal is good, and that'd be a huge get for WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing that just blows my mind is how come they never did sign Penelope Ford? I mean, she did the tryout and everything. She's a great wrestler. I've watched her matches that she's had on YouTube. Great female in-ring talent. She went there for a tryout. They never did, sign her. And I know she went to AEW. I mean, she's been doing the After Dark stuff and here and there and everything though, but haven't really seen her like on TV to do anything. But time will tell. But this just gets me how they passed on a talent like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you want me to mention anything else, or do you want me to just? I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do. You go ahead and finish watching the rest of NXT, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Finish watching the rest of NXT, and while you're watching that, we'll jump into other discussion, and then by the end of the show, we'll finish up with our NXT discussion. And what do you think about that?
Hey, sounds fine to me, man.
Okay.
We can do that.
Okay. Yeah, because you're gonna love what's gonna happen next. It sucks to play catch up, but stuff happens during the week outside of what we do here on the podcast. So we got to make time and do what we got to do when we can do it. So that's life, right?
It is, man. It's been crazy. Been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to figure out what the heck my dog is doing. I hear him over there, but I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's making sounds. I don't know what he's going after. Oh. Anyway, I was trying to get his attention. Hopefully he ain't taking a leak on something. But Chris, we got the... Let me pull up my notes here. I got stuff all over the place on my desktop right now. Okay, those are the notes I want. I got 2 sets of notes up. I got the outline of what we're talking about tonight, and also I got the outline of the shows and the results and everything that we talked about. But I will say this. Let's talk about what happened on this day in wrestling history. A couple of things happened. I pulled these out because I figured, you know what, these two are really great to talk about. Especially this first one here, because since this weekend is the WWE Royal Rumble, this Sunday, I figured why not talk about this right here. In 1995, from the USF Sundome in Tampa, Florida, about 10,000 were in attendance with 200 and 2,500,000 homes watching this on pay-per-view, okay? It was slightly up from the 200,000 homes the previous year from the 94 Royal Rumble. Of note, of the first and the only time in Royal Rumble history, new entrants came in at 1-minute intervals. You know the time period that you have right before they come in and out, right? For the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
All right. So instead of they did 60 seconds this year. Okay. Yeah. They did 60 seconds. So basically for the Royal Rumble. This right here, this card, I thought was pretty interesting right here. They had a pre-show match. You had Buck Quartermain. He defeated the Brooklyn Brawler. That's a name I haven't heard forever, man. The Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, man. Jeff Jarrett defeated Razor Ramon to win the Intercontinental Championship. The Undertaker defeated Erwin R. Schweitzer. IRS. Money, 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 money. I had to throw that in there. Diesel and Bret Hart went to a draw for the WWE Championship. Bob Holly and the 1-2-3 Kid defeated Tatanka and Bam Bam Bigelow to win the vacated WWF Tag Team Championships. Now, here we go. Shawn Michaels entered number 1 in the 1995 Royal Rumble. He lasted through 29 men, and he, last but not least, defeated the British Bulldog to win the Royal Rumble. Do you remember the 1995 Royal Rumble?
The only thing I remember from the 1995 Rumble was the Shawn Michaels and British Bulldog face-off. That's the only thing I've really watched from that show. Honestly.
You can always go back on the network and watch it.
I can always watch it on the network. I mean, that's the place to go.
Yeah. You know what we should do? Just one day for one of the Slammin Thursdays. We should go on the network. You and I should pull up a pay-per-view and watch it and then discuss about it. What do you think? We should do that. A throwback pay-per-view discussion. What do you think about that? Think we should try that?
I think, you know what, it wouldn't hurt to try. I'm down.
I am too, man.
You can do that.
Yeah, I am too. It'd be cool to pull up some old matches, old pay-per-views, and just watch them, man. And it just for shit and giggles, talk about it and stuff. But I remember the 1995 Royal Rumble, man. I remember that when Shawn Michaels entered number 1. It's like, he's not going to win. This guy is not going to win. What happened? He won. First time ever. You figure after all those years, they would actually eventually do that. But it took them that long to actually do that. So that was pretty amazing. Talking about amazing. 36 years ago on this day in New York City, Hulk Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik to win the WWF Championship. Brother. Hogan would go on to hold the WWE Championship for the next 4 years, during which the WWE rose to worldwide popularity and basically was accepted by the mainstream. Hulk Hogan winning his first championship, man. Wow. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? 36 years.
Crazy moment. I can't even tell you if I've ever watched the match itself, but I mean that's the start of the Hulkamania. I mean, got only hotter from there.
Yep.
True legend.
True legend, man. True legend. Can't believe that. 36 years ago today, Hogan won his first WWF Championship by defeating the Iron Sheik. Wow. It just blows my mind, man. It's like it's been 36 years since that happened. 36 damn years. I don't even know what else to say about that, man. I don't. It's amazing, but that's what happened in this day in wrestling history on January 23rd, right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's the moment we all been waiting for, but I will say this. We are going to take a quick break, and when we do come back, we will discuss the 2020 Royal Rumble match card and our predictions. Who we think is going to win this year's 2020 Royal Rumble. So stay tuned, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Show.
The following support and sponsor Podcast City Network.
City Limits Taproom, sports bar in DeLand, Florida, has brew on tap, serves food. The grilled cheese is excellent. For upcoming events, check out City Limits Taproom on Facebook.com/City Limits Taproom. 3 Count Design offers a wide range of graphic design products, video, photography, and other forms of media. Everything from t-shirt designs to websites. Visit Facebook.com/3 Count Design for more.
All supporters and sponsors are brought to you by Podcast City Network.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
For more of The Everett Lee Show on social media, follow and like The Everett Lee Show on Facebook, The Everett Lee Show, Twitter, @the Everett_Lee, Instagram, Everett Lee Show. Audio versions of this podcast and previously released podcast can be found on everettleeshow.podbean.com. Stitcher Radio, The Everett Lee Show, give a rating and comment. Apple Podcast, The Everett Lee Show, give a rating and comment. YouTube, The Everett Lee Show, subscribe to the channel. The Everett Lee Show, your shot of entertainment to the head.
Hey fans, here at Podcast City Network, we have a lot of great shows on all of our great social media outlets. PodcastCity.net.
Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit that thumbs up. You can send a tweet to Podcast City Network on Twitter @Podcast City Net.
Only on Podcast City Network.
You're listening to The Everett Lee Show. You're listening to The Everett Lee Show.
The following support and sponsor Podcast City Network.
City limits.
Don't you love it when you can't stop your stuff there? Again, thank you for everyone tuning in to the Everett Lee Show Slammin' Thursday edition. And we're back. What you doing there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching Imperium and Pete Dunne and man, I forgot his name for some reason.
Matt Riddle, bro.
Pete Dunne. Matt Riddle, yeah. Matt Riddle, yeah.
You think I should
match so far?
Yeah. What do you think so far? Let me ask you, what do you think so far about Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne as a tag team? Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, it is, man. I really enjoyed their chemistry together. Their entrance was cool. Man, I like the story they're telling in this match right now with Pete Dunne's leg. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dunne and Matt Riddle, man, they're going to be a good babyface tag team in NXT.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be teaming up after all this. I mean, they are. They're great. They're a great tag team.
Mm-hmm. They are. They're great. They're definitely a great tag team. They definitely are. And speaking of tag team, I'm looking at this card right here so far for the Royal Rumble, and I'm not seeing anything listed about a tag team. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
No. I mean, no tag teams. Yeah, it's crazy, man. They should have a tag team match. They need to showcase that. Showcase the women's tag team.
Asuka would be performing double duty.
That's true. I forgot about that. Asuka's, but
yeah.
Yeah, here lately they haven't really been doing anything. I mean, big with it. I mean, the main focus is Asuka with Becky right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main focus right there. It definitely is. Looking at this match card so far, we'll find out more about the Royal Rumble. Anything else is going to be added tomorrow night on SmackDown. But at this time right now of this recording and us being live right now on the Slammin Thursday edition, let's start from the bottom of this card and work our way up. First off, we have Andrade going up against Humberto Carrillo. Andrade, you think he's been a good U.S. champ so far? Speaking from asking a former U.S. champ about another U.S. champ, what do you think?
I think Andrade's been great. United States champion. I really enjoy Andrade out there. After that crazy ladder match on Raw, which was crazy, it was insane. Some of the spots they was doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, it looked vicious. It was a really good match. Really enjoyed it. And afterwards, Humberto Carrillo had his eyes set on Andrade. I'm looking forward to this match. It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good. They've had good before.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting one because, I mean, you look at Humberto. He was gone for a while. He came back, and now he's feuding with Andrade. And you think he's going to get the U.S. Championship? You think he's going to capture it, or Andrade is going to squash him with the help of Selena Vega?
I don't think it's going to be a squash. I think Andrade will retain. I believe it'll be a good back and forth match, though. Humberto Carrillo is he's gonna showcase his skills and his talent. And, of course, yes, Selena Vega will probably get ejected from the match. That's my prediction. I think she will get ejected by the ref. And it'll be just those two going at it.
Yeah. Okay. I can definitely go with that one right there. With her getting ejected, and that basically Andrade's ace in the hole is not available. But Andrade, I think he will retain the U.S. Championship in this match here. And do you think this is going to be pre-show, or it's going to be on the main card?
Pre-show.
Pre-show? Okay. All right. So we got pre-show on that one. Okay. I can definitely go with that one right there. Sheamus versus Chad Gable. I'm not calling him Shorty G, so don't ask me. And even in the chats here watching, don't even ask me to call him Shorty G, because I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. No.
No! 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 No!
I'm not going to call him that. Sheamus comes back from being out with an injury there for a while. And he's come back and he's pulling like the Aleister Black thing. I'm going to pick a fight. I want someone to pick a fight with me. And he's been going after Chad Gable in that situation there. How do you feel about this? These two hooking up in the ring.
It's going to be a clash of styles. I'm ready to watch it. I'm ready to see Sheamus, because I don't really watch a lot of SmackDown lately. But I see highlights, and I'm ready to see this match, man. I'm ready to see Sheamus back in the ring, and Chad Gable. I mean, it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to, finish them off in about 6 or 7 minutes. Sheamus will win.
Squash match. I'm looking at that too. Sheamus been gone. He needs something to I don't know how you would call it. Put in his I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. But Sheamus needs that win to reestablish himself. I guess I would have to say that, as being a dominant force on SmackDown. Becky Lynch is going up against Asuka, and it's for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, what do you think about this one?
It's going to be a heck of a match. It's going to be a really good match. Charlotte, Becky, and the Kabuki Warriors have been a crazy storyline here lately. Now Asuka is ending up with the title shot. I'm ready to see the match, and my pick is Becky Lynch retaining.
Yeah, she's basically going to do what she couldn't do, and that's beat Asuka, because they built up that story right there where she can beat Asuka. She cannot beat Asuka. Asuka, even last year, if you remember last year at the Royal Rumble, she lost the SmackDown Championship to Asuka, or she lost it. Or actually, no, I can't remember, but you know that story right there. And it's been haunting her that she cannot beat Asuka. And she's going to go up against Asuka. Yeah, this is going to be a good match. You're going to see some good moments. You're going to see some good stuff in this. However, Becky's going to come out on top. And why I'm saying this, I'll tell you here in a little bit as we progress talking about the predictions for the 2020 Royal Rumble right here on the Everett Lee Show Slammin' Thursday edition with Everett Lee and the Chris Rose. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with Becky on this one because there's a reason why. So, Roman Reigns going up against King Corbin. How many times do we get to see this? Tell me. How many times do we get to see this?
I think this will be the last one. My prediction is King Corbin will win this match with the help of Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman Reigns, and they're all in the Rumble. And I think Roman Reigns will eliminate all three of those guys in the Rumble.
That would be his get back, his payback for Corbin beating him, correct?
Yeah, that's my prediction for that. For those guys.
Okay, that's a pretty good prediction there.
I'm ready to see some Roman Reigns. I don't watch a lot of SmackDown, but I always catch all the pay-per-views. So I'm ready to see Roman Reigns and King Corbin go at it. Yeah, I'm ready for it. But, I mean, this is going to lead into the Rumble, as I was saying. My prediction is that Roman Reigns eliminates all three of those guys in the Rumble.
That'd be good. That'd be good right there. Yeah, hopefully this is the last time we see this because I'm done with this. I am so done with this, seeing this happen so many times. Bayley going up against Lacey Evans for the SmackDown Women's Championship. First off, I got to say, Chris, wow, what a turn for Lacey Evans, man. Going from people not liking her to cheering her, giving her some USA support, man, because she's a former Marine. Ain't that amazing? A former Marine coming into her own now.
Yeah.
Bayley.
As I've been saying on this podcast, I've been a fan of Lacey Evans and have been ever since she's hit the main roster. And I hope she wins. That's my pick. I hope she wins. I hope she beats Bayley. And becomes the new champion.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Because I think it's time for her to win her first title. She's not won a title. Even when she was back in NXT, she never did win a title. But I feel that this is going to be her time. Bayley held on to that championship. They've not really focused too much on the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I feel that they should take the... they need to put the belt, take it off of Bayley and put it on Lacey. And I could see Bayley and Sasha going after whoever has the women tag team championships. I could see that happening. I definitely could see that happen. And yes, thank you, Scott. Always a good show. Of course it is when you tune into the Everett Lee Show Slammin' Thursday edition right here on twitch.tv, Podcast C Network, and facebook.com/the Everett Lee. So, yep. Thank you. You have a great weekend too, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support and tuning in. You think Lacey's going to get that title? They're going to pull it off Bayley finally and put it on Lacey, right?
I would love to see that. A change, and Lacey Evans becomes a champion. I would like to see it.
Yeah, I like to see it. I like to see Lacey get that title. I like to see how she does with the title after, she does beat Bayley. But let's hope that happens. Bray Wyatt or The Fiend. Which incarnation is going to be going up against Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship in a strap match? Dude, when the hell is the last time you've seen a strap match? Tell me, Chris. When was the last time you seen a strap match in WWE? I can tell you one time I can remember.
I can't think of any. To be quite honest, when I heard about it, I was excited though, because it's an old school match, and it fits the storyline. It fits the two guys. It changed Daniel Bryan, cutting his hair off, cutting his beard off, becoming a crazier. He wants to fight the Fiend. He wants to fight Bray Wyatt. He wants to get revenge. And he wants to do it so he cannot escape anywhere. He wants to fight them full on. And what better way to do that is with a strap match? That's a good story. And I'm ready to see an old school match like this.
I am too. I'm interested to see which carnation comes out. I think it's going to be The Fiend. Bryan is going to go up against The Fiend, and The Fiend has nowhere to run. The last strap match I seen was The Rock versus Triple H. And god dang, man, I'll tell you, that freaking strap, man, comes into play, I'll tell you, because you can choke your opponent, you can hang them from the ropes with it, you can use it as a weapon. It's a strap, man. It's a strap. They're going to go all over the place with that strap, and there's no way they can get loose. No way, nowhere to run from both opponents. I believe that Bray Wyatt or The Fiend, which one he chooses to use to come out and face Bryan, he's going to retain. Daniel Bryan's not going to get the championship. I don't think so. I don't think, and I don't believe Bryan is going to get the Universal Championship because they're moving away from this and moving it into another direction, which I'll talk about here in a moment. So, but I say Bray Wyatt. Who do you say?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, Bray Wyatt is going to win, and I don't know if it'll be The Fiend, to be quite honest with you. I think they're going to do the same thing they did with The Miz last pay-per-view. The Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Not The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
With it being the Royal Rumble, it could be the Fiend, and I would much rather it be the Fiend, but we'll see how it happens. But either way, like you were saying, Bray Wyatt is going to retain.
Yeah. Yep. Chris says pick a fight angle is overplayed. I agree. WWE could screw Wyatt again. They could, but I'm going to explain why I think Wyatt is going to retain. And that happens to do right here with our 2 Royal Rumble matches. Okay. We have a women's Royal Rumble match. If you notice, they've not really hyped up this match. Okay. They've not really hyped up the women's Royal Rumble like they've done in the last 2 years. Like the first ever women's Royal Rumble. You know, that was big. Asuka won that one. Last year, we saw Becky Lynch win the second women's Royal Rumble. And she went on to WrestleMania and main evented and won both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship matches. In the main event, she defeated Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. Women's Royal Rumble. Okay. Chris, tell me, who do you think is going to win this year's 2020 Women's Royal Rumble? And before you answer that, Chris says women aren't pulling the ratings like they used to. I can agree there. I definitely. But who do you think is going to win this one for 2020 Women's Royal Rumble, Chris?
I think Ronda Rousey is going to return. And I think Ronda Rousey is going to win. And we get Becky and Rousey at WrestleMania.
Sorry, I have to play that. Trying to get over this cold, man. It's killing my voice, but ain't going to stop me from doing a podcast. Chris agrees with you.
All right.
Ronda Rousey coming back for redemption, man. Wow. That right there. That's something right there. Okay, Ronda Rousey is going to be your pick to win the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble. Here is my pick. You're going to be shocked right here. I wish I had the MK sound for this one. My pick for the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble is none other than Shayna Baszler. Recent events. I'll explain this. Recent events. Okay, Baszler dropped the Women's NXT Championship to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, okay. Shayna Baszler, why not transition her from NXT? Perfect time to transition her from NXT to the Raw. Okay, you transition Shayna to Raw to go after Becky. Okay, Shayna basically gets that championship. Okay, she becomes a Raw Women's Championship. Who comes back and basically wants that championship back? None other than Ronda Rousey. How about that? How about that, Chris?
Yeah, that'd be great. Shayna Baszler is a good pick to win the Rumble. I mean, she could very well do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you know, Baszler versus Rousey would be a great match too. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. I gotta laugh at this. Scott says, "Get Gina Carano to compete." LOL, hottie. Rousey, nah. Ronda Rousey is average. Yeah, I mean, she's average. She's has that average look. So, I mean, Gina, yeah. I mean, but Gina's more Hollywood. But, yeah. But, yeah, okay. Ronda Rousey is your pick to win the Women's Royal Rumble for 2020. My pick is Shayna Baszler. You know what? Let me go ahead and put this down because we're gonna talk about this after the Royal Rumble, man. we're gonna talk about this. Okay, Chris. All right, I'm writing this. Chris, pick Ronda Rousey. My pick, Everett, Shayna Baszler. Okay. All right. I got our picks down, dude, so we can look back at this next week. This is going to be interesting talking about this. Talking about next week how, okay, Scott misspelled LOL. That's fine, man. That's cool. I know what you're talking about. It's going to be interesting to see next week when we go back and talk about this. What we were right, what we were wrong. It's going to be great. It definitely is. But the men's Royal Rumble match. Okay. All right. Brock Lesnar is going to enter at number 1 and will have to outlast 29 other superstars to claim victory. If someone does win, that person will probably likely challenge Brock Lesnar or the Universal Champion, whoever that may be, out of the Wyatt and Daniel match. I already gave you my predictions. Chris gave you his predictions. But this one right here, this is going to be the great one. Okay. All right. Start it off, Chris.
Oh, man. My pick to win the men's Royal Rumble is tough this year. Because of Brock Lesnar being number 1. But you know what? I'm going to stick with what I've been saying for months now. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre.
Had to play that again. Remind me again why Drew McIntyre. I love this.
He's great, man. I mean, I've been pulling for him since he's been on the main roster, and I think this is his time now. He needs to win. I mean, he's all around great. I think it's his time. It's his time to win and eliminate Brock Lesnar. Challenge Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Even if he eliminates Lesnar in the Rumble and does not win the Rumble, he can still challenge Lesnar because he eliminated him from the Rumble. I mean, I would just love to see that match, Brock Lesnar and McIntyre.
I agree with you. I definitely, if Lesnar wins it, someone he's going to have a, confrontation with in the match, they're going to challenge him. He's going to wrestle at WrestleMania. I don't know why he thinks, creative is kind of funny about this. Like, he wins, no one's going to challenge him. Come on. WWE creative nowadays is more like
33 and a third chance
of actually, using their brain cells because...
But you know and I know that you're only half the man that I am, and I have half the brain that you do.
But someone's going to challenge him. My pick for the 2020 Royal Rumble, I'm on the same page as you, Chris. My pick is going to be Drew McIntyre. Oh, come on, man. Really, come on, people. Really, come on. It's Drew McIntyre. See, I know the audience would see it my way because I'm Everett Lee. Damn it. I agree exactly. You've been saying it for a while. I've been saying it for a while. And I agree with you after listening to you for a while and seeing it on TV there. Why not push? He's the person. Okay, the casuals that watch WWE, Chris, they're not really paying too much attention to Drew. They know that Drew's going to be coming in there and he's going to be, I've entered the Royal Rumble. I'm going to defeat the Beast. Okay, that's great, but Lesnar's number one. He's going to beat everybody. They're not really going to understand this. So basically that Drew's going to win it, or something's going to happen to where Drew's going to end up with Lesnar at WrestleMania 36 this year. Chris, Scott says, I hope so, Chris. I'd love to see anyone beat Brock. If not, maybe we can all three take Brock out. LOL. Gotta run. Great show. Take care. Thank you, Scott, for the feedback, and thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. My good old friend Scott there. I've known him for the last 20 years there. Good friend of mine. But I agree with you, Chris. Drew's got to win this, man. It's his time, is it not? Look at everything he's done. Look at everything. And the crowd loves him. The crowd actually loves him. You ever notice when they flip someone from heel to face, if it's going to work or not? And the crowd lets you know. And the crowd loves it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they love him. They're behind Drew. They're behind Drew on this. I know earlier on last year, I said, last couple months, I said, Kevin Owens is going to win it. Kevin, I'd be shocked if Kevin did win it, but it's Drew. It's Drew. Let me ask you this: Who do you think number 30 is going to be? As Steve Austin would say, "Damn it, son, gotta have a good heel at number 30 to get that heat." Who do you think is going to be number 30 coming into Royal Rumble this year?
I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. It's hard to pick one, but I'm going to go with Edge.
Edge at number 30?
Yeah, I think you'll see the return of Edge.
Dude, I'm glad you said that, because you know why? Did you hear about the reports? Edge basically denied everything that's been going on here in the last month or so, 2 months. He never signed a contract. He's not going to be in Pittsburgh, and he's not going to be in a Royal Rumble, and he's not wrestling. You hear about that?
Yeah, he can say what he wants to. I think he's going to come back. If not at number 30, he's going to be one of them.
Okay.
He's not wanting to keep the secret.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably is. He's denying it, because when I read that, I started laughing. I'm like, haha, denial. You know about the other report about who's going to win the Royal Rumble this year? Vince wants this, but they're trying to persuade Vince McMahon on not having this person win the Royal Rumble this year. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I've heard Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns winning the 2020 Royal Rumble and going on and facing the winner or the retainer of the Universal Championship match. Because if Roman wins, then from my prediction, if Roman wins, he's going after Bray Wyatt, who I predicted earlier that he's going to retain the Universal Championship. And It's going to be Roman Reigns versus The Fiend at WrestleMania 36 in the main event for the Universal Championship. But let's give it to Drew. Come on, man. Come on. Give it to Drew. Let the guy sacrificed and gave so much to the company. Like Kofi did last year. Come on. Repay the guy. Give him the freaking championship. Give him a run with it. You gave him good runs with tag titles, Intercontinental title. Did he ever win the U.S. title? I don't think so. I don't think so he did. But come on, damn it. You don't think so?
I don't think Drew McIntyre won the U.S. title. He's in the Intercontinental Championship, Tag Team Championship. I think that's about it. NXT champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Drew McIntyre should be the WWE champion. He should be the champion.
He should.
Hopefully we see it this year.
Hopefully we do see it. If we had more views on here, man, I'd open up damn phone lines because it's like, where the hell is everyone at, man? We've had a lot of good feedback tonight and jumping in and jumping out here on the Everett Lee Show Slammin' Thursday edition with Everett Lee and the Chris Rose. I love the feedback on Twitch. Love the feedback here on Facebook. It's been great. Definitely been great, but come on. Give it to Drew. Damn it. I'm Everett Lee. Damn it. There's my new t-shirt right there. I'm Everett Lee. Damn it. I'm going to put that on a damn t-shirt.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like that?
Oh, yeah. It sounds awesome.
It is.
Man, that match between Keith Lee and Roderick Strong was amazing. I just got done watching it. Now we got Imperium and Undisputed Era going at it.
Yeah, tell me what's going on. What are you seeing right in front of you?
Right now I'm seeing Walter laying into Adam Cole. Now Undisputed Era jumps in and starts the attack on Undisputed Era. It's going to be a crazy, crazy feud, these teams.
Oh, yeah.
And that match, man, was Keith Lee is becoming the biggest star in NXT.
He is.
And I believe we'll see Keith Lee in the Rumble Sunday.
I know. That's going to be amazing. The new North American Championship, but I'm going to step back here and let me before I ask you anything more about NXT, I want to ask you your match of the night for the Sunday's Royal Rumble. What would be your match of the night?
Match of the night. The men's Royal Rumble.
The men's Royal Rumble being the match of the night.
Yeah, and as far as any other ones, I think Andrade and Humberto Carrillo would be a good match.
Okay. I can go with that. I definitely can go with that one right there. Had to take my microphone cover off, man. It's getting. I gotta find where I put my microphone things because this thing is looking grody. But
I think Becky and Asuka would be a good match too.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good match too, right there. Having Becky and Asuka right there, yeah, I definitely would have to say yes on that one right there. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that one right there. Now, I'm looking at the match card here. Yeah, Becky and Asuka, that would definitely be a good match right there. Then you have I just lost. Okay, the Men's Royal Rumble. Those would be my 2 favorite picks of the week. I mean, not the week. Yeah, the week. No, my 2 favorite picks of the Royal Rumble. Those would be my 2 favorite picks for the Royal Rumble this year. Becky versus Asuka and the Men's Royal Rumble. Who's going to win that one? Those right there are my 2 picks right there. My 2 picks. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens and what they do and for the Royal Rumble for this year for 2020. So, Chris, let's finish up NXT here. I want to ask you, okay? Shayna Baszler going up against Shorty Blackheart. How did you feel about that match? How did you feel about that one, man?
Shayna Baszler was pretty much in control most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, finish was insane, catching her in her submission hold.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Baszler going over strong.
I
mean, that makes a good strong point about your prediction on the Rumble.
Yeah,
with her winning. A good showing for Shayna Baszler here.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's a good showing. It's pretty good prediction right there with who I picked to win the Royal Rumble right there, or with Shayna Baszler, because I mean, come on, it's just that's what I see happening. But I mean, she's strong even afterwards with what's happened with her, with losing the NXT Women's Championship, and now why not pick her? Why not have her be the pick? Why not pick her to be the one to win it? But I'm just rambling on here. But you said North American Championship match. Keith Lee going up against the champion Roderick Strong. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, Keith Lee, he showed what he can do in the Survivor Series back in November. He could show them why he is, you bask in his glory right there. You definitely do bask in his glory. But
Great, man.
Yeah.
That was a good match and a good solid show from NXT, man. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. What do you think? What do you think about that? Keith Lee winning the North American Championship, beating Roderick Strong.
It needed to happen, man. Keith Lee has captured the imagination of the fans, and he's got them by his side. He's becoming one of the biggest stars in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, but Keith Lee is going to be he's going to be one of the next big things in WWE.
He is. he definitely is going to be one of the biggest things in WWE, because I mean, just look at the size of the guy too, man. I mean, he's just a powerhouse. He is. The guy is a freaking powerhouse. I mean, why would he not be? You know? And they book him pretty strong for being a pretty good powerhouse there. Don't you think?
Oh yeah. I'm ready to see more of what Keith Lee can do. A Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar confrontation in the Rumble would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Having Keith Lee at number 2, Keith Lee come out at number 2 would be cool.
Dude, that would be perfect, man. That would be definitely perfect if you had both those guys. You had both those guys come in. Dude, I love it. I definitely love it. That would be perfect. That definitely would be perfect to have that happen right there. I mean, why would you not, have someone in that caliber of Keith Lee coming in at number 2 going up against Brock Lesnar? So I love it. Some really good discussion tonight there, Chris, on the Slammin' Thursday edition of the Everett Lee Show. So I think that about wraps it up, man. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we did. We gave you a review of the shows. We did our Royal Rumble 2020 predictions. It was a good show tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the groove. It feels good. Doing my normal schedule. Doing this every Thursday. Missed last week. Hate that I did. But I'm back, and I'm not going anywhere next week either. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what we do. I'm ready for the Royal Rumble this weekend. And,
I am too. I'm definitely ready for it and looking forward to it for this Sunday. I definitely am. Now, what does the Chris Rose have coming up? I know you've been busy on the weekends doing stuff for KZW, and I am sorry I forget the other promotion that you work for too. You've been working at the other.
Now it's mainly KZW now. That's I'm gonna focus on right now.
Okay.
KZW. After what happened with Chris Sterling, I took him out of action. Got his butt on the shelf. He's behind me now. It's time to look forward. Lee Chris Rose is coming for everybody. And this weekend, I'm going to go one-on-one with the United States champion, J-Mac, who took it from Chris Sterling. And you know what? I'm excited for this. I'm ready to show J-Mac who the man is, and that's me, Lee Chris Rose, the best in KZW. And it's finally time I'm not with stupid Chris Sterling. And it's my time again. It's my time now. I'm coming for the United States champion, be a 2-time KZW United States champion.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it and seeing you as a 2-time champion, because what this sound great right here. I'd say welcome to the Slammin' Thursday edition of the Everett Lee Show with the Chris Rose and the KZW United States champion, the Chris Rose. How's that sound?
Be nice.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Be nice.
Yeah, I figured you like that, man.
Yes.
I figured you like that. I'm looking forward to it, man, seeing you get that championship back. I've been saying it forever. The guy needs his belt back.
Yeah.
Give it to him. All right? And I want to say...
KCW. And you know what? KCW never recovered from that. When I lost the championship, it just went downhill. I mean, having me as champion is where the money is.
It's gold, baby.
That championship back. I mean, I let my guard down and lost it. But it's not going to happen this time. I'm new. I'm improved. I'm a new person. And the Chris Rose is coming for that championship. And he's going to take it from J-Mac.
It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight here on the Everett Lee Show Slammin' Thursday edition. I do want to mention that next week on the program, that next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, I will have none other than my guest, Natasha Crane, the amazing Amazon, will be on the Everett Lee Show. So be sure to follow that when that happens next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday here of the Everett Lee Show. And also be sure to follow Podcast City Network, your top source for independent podcasting. Follow them over on podcastcity.net. You can check out shows such as the Everett Lee Show, Chris Carnage Show, Final Score, The Imaginarium with Scott and Todd, and Super Radio Brothers, and the Best Friend Podcast Show, Movie Nights Podcast, and Wrestle Popcast, and Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast, and much, much more over on podcastcity.net. Follow my Facebook, Podcast City Network. Give them a thumbs up and send them a tweet over on Twitter at Podcast City Net. Subscribe to the video podcast of the shows. That's part of the Podcast City Network over on YouTube, Podcast City Network. And right here, follow, like on Podcast City Network here on Twitch. Audio portions of this podcast and previous release podcast, head over to Everett Lee Show Facebook page. What are you viewing right now? Give me a thumbs up and send me a tweet over on Twitter at the Everett _Lee. Follow me on Instagram, Everett Lee Show. And again, I won't screw this up again like I just did the beginning. Audio portions of this podcast and previous release podcast you can find over on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and Podbeam. Please download those apps for your phone. Give a rating and a review. It will certainly help me out, and I do from the bottom of my heart appreciate it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Slammin' Thursday edition of the Everett Lee Show. Everett Lee signing off. Thank you. Have a good night, a good weekend, and I'll see you again this coming Tuesday for another episode of the Everett Lee Show, and next Thursday for another edition of Slammin' Thursday of the Everett Lee Show. Everett Lee signing off. Peace.